I never thought I would be the kind of man telling a story like this, but life has a cruel sense of humor. My name is Ryan. I grew up in a small American town where people valued loyalty, family, and trust. Those values meant everything to me, so when I met Madison, the woman who would eventually break me and then make me stronger, I believed I had found my soulmate. She was beautiful, with dark hair and green eyes that could hypnotize anyone, and she had that confidence of someone who grew up with money, luxury, and all the attention in the world. I, on the other hand, was the son of a mechanic, working double shifts at a construction site just to make ends meet, but I had ambition, dreams, and a heart that believed in love. We started dating when I was still broke, scraping for every dollar, but she didn't seem to care. She loved the way I treated her, the way I listened to her, and for years I thought we were building something real. I remember telling my best friend Jake, "Man, she's the one. I can feel it in my bones." He looked at me with doubt, but he kept his mouth shut, probably not wanting to ruin my happiness. Fast forward a few years, I was no longer broke. I built a small business with my bare hands, turned it into something respectable, and for the first time in my life, I had money, respect, and stability. I bought Madison everything she could dream of: designer bags, trips to Miami, even a luxury car. To the outside world, we were that perfect couple, the hardworking man who made it big and the gorgeous woman by his side. But beneath the smiles, cracks were forming. I noticed she was on her phone late at night, hiding the screen when I walked into the room. She started dressing differently when she went out with friends, clothes that she never wore around me. My gut screamed that something was wrong, but I ignored it, convincing myself that I was paranoid. One night, though, everything changed. I got home earlier than usual from a business trip. As I pulled into the driveway, I noticed an unfamiliar car parked 2 houses down. I didn't think much of it until I walked inside and heard laughter coming from upstairs. My blood froze. I climbed those steps quietly, like a predator, and when I pushed the bedroom door open, my world collapsed. There she was, my Madison, in our bed, with another man. The guy looked like some gym rat cliché: muscles, tattoos, the type that probably thought being able to bench press 300 pounds made him a god. Madison gasped, "Ryan, it's not what it looks like." And I laughed, a cold, hollow laugh, because of course it was exactly what it looked like. The rage inside me was like nothing I had ever felt before, but instead of screaming or throwing punches, I just stared at her, memorizing her face, the betrayal in her eyes, and then I walked out. I didn't say a word. That silence terrified her more than any shouting ever could. Over the next few days, she begged me to forgive her, claimed it was a mistake, said she loved me. But I wasn't interested in her words, I was already planning my revenge. If she thought she could humiliate me, she was about to learn what humiliation really meant. I pretended to forgive her, played the role of the hurt but forgiving boyfriend. I showered her with affection again, acted as if nothing had happened. She believed me because she wanted to believe me. She started talking about marriage again, even kids, and I nodded, pretending to be the man she thought she still controlled. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, I made moves. I transferred my business assets out of our shared accounts, made sure her name was nowhere near anything of value, and I even convinced her to sign papers she didn't understand, thinking they were related to our future together. In reality, she was signing away every possible claim she could have made on my money. Once I had secured everything, I invited her on a trip to Vegas, a city of lights, luxury, and temptation. I booked the penthouse suite, bought her an expensive dress, and made her feel like a queen. She thought it was a proposal trip. She told her friends, her mother, probably even the guy she cheated on me with, that she was about to become Mrs. Ryan Miller. That night, in the middle of the penthouse, with champagne flowing and music playing, I got down on one knee and pulled out a ring. Her eyes lit up with tears, and she gasped, "Yes, Ryan, yes." But instead of sliding the ring on her finger, I slid a folder across the table. Inside were photos of her with her gym rat lover, screenshots of her texts, proof of her betrayal. I looked her in the eyes and said, "I just wanted you to know exactly why you'll never get this ring." She went pale, shaking, muttering, "You can't do this to me." But I already had. I told her to pack her things, that the hotel staff would escort her out. And just like that, the life she thought she was going to have vanished. In the weeks that followed, she tried everything: calls, messages, showing up at my office in tears. But I ignored her. She even tried to sue me, but thanks to the documents she had signed, she had no claim to anything. Word spread quickly in our social circle. Everyone knew what she had done, and soon enough, no one wanted to be associated with her. Her so-called friends abandoned her, the men she tried to chase after only used her and left, and slowly, she became a ghost of her former self. Meanwhile, I thrived. I expanded my business, bought a new house, a yacht, and even took trips overseas. And the best part? I met someone new. Emily. She was nothing like Madison. She was grounded, kind, smart, and she loved me for who I was, not for what I could give her. When I told her my story, she just held my hand and said, "She didn't deserve you, but I do." And for the first time in years, I believed it. Madison once thought she could play me, but in the end, she only played herself. My revenge wasn't just about humiliating her, it was about reclaiming my power, my dignity, and my future. And now, every time I look at Emily, every time I step onto my yacht or fly in my private jet, I remember that sometimes the best revenge isn't just making them suffer. It's living a life so good, so untouchable, that they choke on their regret every single day.